The Monkees' last living part sues FBI for secret records on the band. The Monkees weren't the very perfect examples of the counter-Vietnam War development in the last part of the 1960s, yet the pop musical gang was as yet the subject of a FBI document. In it, a specialist detailed seeing subconscious prompts on a screen at one of their shows, portraying racial fairness fights and hostile to U.S. messages on the conflict in Vietnam. That intensely redacted record from 1967 was declassified about 10 years prior. Be that as it may, presently, the last enduring individual from the American Stone Gathering, Micky Dolenz, needs to know more. On Tuesday, Dolenz, 77, sued the Justice Department to deliver data the FBI assembled on the band and its individuals from that time span. Assuming the reports actually exist, I completely expect that we will find out about what provoked the FBI to focus on the Monkees or people around them, lawyer Mark Zaid, who was addressing Dolenz, told the Washington Post. The Justice Department didn't quickly answer a solicitation for input from the Post about Dolenz's claim, which was first detailed by Rolling Stone. The Monkees were assembled in 1966 by TV makers for a sitcom that ran for 2 seasons. Their style generally impersonated British attack groups, prefers the Beatles, and the Monkees put out various hits, including I'm a Believer and Last Train to Clarksville. The band separated in 1970. During the 1960s, J. Edgar Hoover's FBI scandalously surveilled and bothered social equality and nonconformity figures, as the Post and other media sources uncovered at that point. That reconnaissance in some cases focused on mainstream society symbols who took a stand in opposition to the Vietnam War, as John Lennon and Jimi Hendrix. The Monkees were likewise up to speed in the public authorities' reconnaissance. In a 2016 meeting with Rolling Stone, Dolenz said that his band's 1966 hit Last Train to Clarksville was an anti-war melody about a man going to an army base and not knowing when he'd get back to his sweetheart. However, precisely what grabbed the FBI's eye about the band, beside what the specialist called left-wing pictures during the 1967 show, is unclear. Much of the 7-page update delivered by the organization is redacted. However, Zaid told the Post it's conceivable different records exist in light of what's displayed on the declassified report. Clearly there are other connected records, he said. Presently, it may not be straightforwardly on the Monkees, it very well may be fringe, however these documents are associated with different records. It was Zaid who recommended that Dolenz, whom he met through a common companion in April, request more data about his band's FBI's documents, he told the Post. The Washington-based lawyer has addressed government informants, including the person who recorded the objection that eventually set off President Donald Trump's most memorable prosecution trial, but the 55-year-old legal counselor has an individual interest in the Monkees case. At the point when he was a youngster, his sitter from across the road gave him every last bit of her Monkees collections, and when the band went on its get-together visit in 1986, Zaid was there. He saw them live around 8 additional times, he told the Post. I mean, in a real sense, this is a good time for me, Zaid, who is dealing with the case free, said of recording the claim for the FBI documents. With Zaid's assistance, Dolenz recorded a Freedom of Information Act demand for the reports with the FBI in June. He mentioned the organization surveyed the redacted report and give other potential documents connecting with the band and its individuals, as per the claim. The public authority has 20 workdays to answer FOIA demands, accepting uncommon conditions. Dolenz has up to this point just got affirmations of his demands, the claim says. Any window into what the FBI was doing can prompt the launch of another window, Zaid said. That is the magnificence of accessing these kinds of records, in light of the fact that there are little chunks and pieces inside them that can prompt a greater picture in understanding what was happening inside the FBI at that point.